You know, I remember a long time ago, a cop pulled me over for speeding, and when he was giving me the ticket, he said, "There's no reason to speed." And of course I didn't say anything, but what I was thinking was, of course there's reason to speed, because time is money, and there's only 16 hours in a day. You sleep 8, that makes 24. You know, if you want to only sleep 5 and try to be productive, go for it. But I sleep 7, 8 hours a day, 7 at least. And, you know, I do a lot of driving, and I want to hit the gym every day, because there's going to come days where I'm not going to be able to make it because I'm driving, or, you know, whatever. So I'm not going to admit right now that I'm doing 90 and a 70, but that's basically it. You know, it's kind of funny where I'm still seeing this relationship shit, and everything's falling apart, and people are, you know, and then that one guy is talking about this one guy they thought it was a mental case, started telling him and his buddies all about them. And he's like, "Oh, your grandmother said hello, like she's dead," and all this shit. I was like, I don't know what to think about it, man. Mental people, I guess, are talking to the dead and talking to the so-called gods and devil bullshit. Really? Well, tell that guy to stop by my house, or I'll meet him somewhere. That'd probably be a better idea. And you tell me about my past and all the other, you know. Actually, you'll probably see it in my YouTube videos, and then you'll tell me. Probably the same thing you did with those other people. You talked to whoever was related to them or something. You know, I highly doubt that so-called God, you know, hey, you're going to mess with those people over there that hate you. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each one of them. Doesn't that sound ridiculous? But anyway, on a brighter note, the high temperatures are back. 93 degrees, clear blue skies just about on a Friday. What is it, September? Oh, I got it right here. September 5th. But yeah, I'm doing great. I really am. You know, I avoided that marriage and alimony scam. I'm doing excellent. You know, I'd be sorry for bringing up their religious stuff, but I have Catholic and Jewish in my family. I've been to churches and synagogues when I was younger, and they were the most boring place on earth. You know, it meant nothing to me. You know, I mean, I don't... Oh, that's right. I said I'm sorry for bringing up religion. So, how's everybody been? You living life to its fullest? I'm living every day like it's my last, because now I'm an old fuck. Gonna be dead soon. So I am living it up. Having the time of my life. I'm going to the gym now. I'm going kayaking with a bunch of friends tomorrow. There's going to be like 10 of us. And then somehow we're going to all go out to eat afterward at this place that we ate at before that had a really good burger. Oh, that's another thing what's going on, how everything is so expensive. I went and visited some people in this other state that's known for their pizza and wings. We ordered a large pizza. It was like 3 different ingredients and 20 wings. Okay, did you hear that? Large pizza, 20 wings, $42. Wow. I remember that 10 years ago when I was in Miami getting ready to board a cruise. It was a similar thing where I ordered pizza and wings with some friend, and it was like somewhere around the same price. 10 years ago in Miami. Miami's a little bit more expensive because it's a big city and you're right on the ocean. If you're on the ocean, it's going to be expensive. And if it's a big city, gosh, now you got big city on the ocean, you're fucked. I mean, expensive. But it's a beautiful city. I've been there quite a few times. I've been to the stadium where the Dolphins played, watch a football game. And, oh wow, my exit is here. And, yeah, if you ever get a chance, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Boca Raton, West Palm Beach, that whole area is just filled with money. Beautiful homes, like canals behind all those streets, and it's amazing. It's all cash. It's all multi-millionaires or billionaires. You know, if you're probably making $200,000 a year in Miami, you're probably barely surviving. Do you believe that? I wouldn't doubt it, because I remember some cousins I had living in the San Francisco, California area, and this was a long time ago. They've all moved all over the place. You know, my dad's brother, 8 kids. And I was talking to the one guy that was in the Navy. He said, yeah, this was probably back, I don't know, 20 years ago at least. Probably 30 years ago. Where he said, yeah, if I'm making $100,000 and I'm barely surviving. And this was like in the 80s. How expensive it is to live in San Francisco, California. And Los Angeles, most of California. I've been through most of California, and, you know, it's nice, but I wouldn't want to live there. Like a lot of places where you say, yeah, nice to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. You know? Like most of Florida. I've been through most of Florida, and I wouldn't, you know, not only because of the hurricanes, but it's such a huge ripoff to live there. I mean, if you want to live comfortably in Florida, you got to be a millionaire. I told that to this guy's real estate YouTube channel. His name is Michael Bordonaro. Great stuff. Very well-educated real estate person. And his videos are always top-notch. He just walks along anywhere and he talks. Now he's in California, come to think of it, of all places, doing his latest videos. But he'll tell you where he is and everything. And he's like, yeah, I'm walking down the street here in Sausalito, California, and there's the mountains in the background. But anyway, that's where I get a lot of the info too. You know, it's all free. How could you not be on YouTube? I talk to people and they say, no, I don't go on YouTube. I say, you kidding me? It's all free information. You know, how to fix the brakes on my car. You put in your own 2023 Toyota Corolla, how to change the front disc brakes. And there it is. Like at least 10 other, you know, mechanics telling you.
K alert.
That's the radar detector there. A lot of times it goes off. I do not see a cop anywhere. But you know what's going off? It also goes off near railroad tracks, which I'm sitting in front of right now at the red light. It's a red light and a railroad track. I'm laughing because I'm at a red light and everybody's looking at me like, yeah, talking to his phone, man. Yeah, I'm also about to adjust my junk and pull the underwear out of my ass. You want to watch that too? I always do that when I'm on my way into the gym or a supermarket. I will announce out loud. Adjusting my junk in public and pulling the underwear out of my ass. I don't give a shit. But how is everybody? I still have yet to get any responses or comments of where are you on planet Earth? Who are you? You know, actually, I don't care. I don't want to be nosy, and then you might think I'm going to try to be a hacker, scammer, or something stupid. But, yeah, tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends. Yeah, there's Tom. Ask him any question, you know. Just like Elliot Hulse used to be with his laptop. You got questions, I got your answers. I probably would have your answer. Most of them you ask. Go ahead, ask me anything. There's no charge. I don't have any books to sell. Not yet. Or anything. You know, just like everybody else, stuck in traffic and assorted bullshit. But yeah, I'm done for the day at work, and now I'm heading to the gym. And then I gotta go home and hook up the thing to the trailer hitch to get my kayak into the bed.
Alert.
And you know what? I'm trying to lose this. It's tough in the old age to lose what's left. And as I'm thinking about I need to lose weight, I'm also thinking about ice cream. I really am. I could go for an ice cream cone. I hadn't had one in a long time. You know, 3 years ago in Florida, I was living there for a while on a job. I was there for 6 months. And I'm glad my home didn't sell in the other state I live in, because this is a huge ripoff. Beautiful, but it's a huge ripoff. So, the one time, while I was there, I bought a bike. This was before the e-bike. I bought a Trek bike at a Trek store at this beautiful plaza with the certain type of tile roof, and it was beautiful. And I don't know, I could just imagine what that Trek store was paying in rent for that place. But I bought a Trek bike. I forgot, it was about $1,100, something like that. And I brought it out to one of the islands and was riding around the island out there. And the island had a Dairy Queen. I don't know if you people in other countries or in Canada don't know what I'm talking about. It's an ice cream place called Dairy Queen. Come to think of it, isn't that a stupid name? But great ice cream, I bought an ice cream cone. And being on an island and like far out, what was it, $6? For a fucking, no, it was $4. Something like that. Compromise, $5 for an ice cream cone. Did you pay it? Did you get it? Do you ask? Of course I did. So fuck it. People know you're gonna pay. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go all the way back to the mainland to get an ice cream cone? Fuck it. They're gonna do it right there and then. So I did. I didn't have no family with me. Can you imagine that? You got a family of 5, y'all go get an ice cream cone? $30. What? $30? I'm getting a divorce next week. But yeah, I saw all these things, your water bill's going up, blah, 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 and all this stuff. And not where I live. I'm living pretty comfortably. And, I don't know, yeah. I talk to people all the time. I'm sort of I'm an extrovert and an introvert. But you people, you got to leave some feedback or something, man. You say, hey, Tom, I'm alive. That's all you got to do. Tom, I'm alive. Okay, good. Except that one guy that wanted to know why I don't want to be around people that smoke. I answered his question, and he came back and said, thanks, man. And the other, I think somebody else is from Australia. I've seen him, they end the sentence with mate. I think that's basically Australia. It's good to see you, mate. I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying that it's obviously not in America. It's like, good to see you, dude, or people actually don't even say good to see you. Just go fuck yourself. No, I'm joking. But I'll tell you one thing, this state that I'm living in, people definitely either don't know how to drive or they just drive with their head up their ass and don't care. And I've noticed it, because when I went back to the state that I was born and raised in and visited people, I couldn't believe how the landscaping was so fine and everything was done so nice. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. The landscaping was done right, and there was no litter. And here, I'm like, wow, the city I live in, they're ignorant and they don't care. It's like, how could you not care? I remember talking to some rich guys at the gym, and they're like, well, they don't know any better. I said, what do you mean they don't know any better? You're living in a goddamn trailer that's filled with filth. And there's filth all around the outside of the trailer. How could you not know any better? Even if it came down to me moving into they call it a mobile home. It's not a trailer. They don't want to be insulted. It's a mobile home park. So actually, my friend lives in a mobile home right up here, come to think of it. Holy shit, that bird was huge. And he said that too, because I mentioned to him, what was the square footage of your trailer? And he said, my mobile home square footage. It's like, all right. Your mobile home. But he's in an all right area, actually. I mean, it's the guy that owns it takes care of it, and he's right there on the lake. There's actually a boat ramp right there you can walk to if he had a boat or a kayak. And speeding a little bit. And this asshole purposely. Don't you love it when they purposely hit the brakes? Do you really have your head that far up your ass that you got to pull that shit? I was driving down the highway one time in the left lane. There was 3 lanes. I pulled into the middle lane because the 2 right lanes were veering off onto the highway I wanted to continue onto. This girl in the middle lane that was then going to become the left lane, she was staring in her rearview mirror all the way down the highway that anybody that came up to her behind her and she would hit the brakes. Do you believe this, cunt? That's women for you. I shouldn't have said that. Because you're not all like that, I know that. But how could you be so damn ridiculous and pathetic? Is your life that shitty? I would never do that, or even consider it. Whether it's a woman or a man, you're an imbecile. Do you have an idea? Not only are you driving recklessly by trying to cause an accident that might even get worse because you're on a highway. Think before you act. Which a lot I didn't do when I was younger. I can't believe these lights are green. And I'm actually flowing pretty good doing 10 over. Well, this thing didn't go off. But yeah, think before you act. I was thinking the other day, if I'm not gonna say it in person to somebody, I'm not gonna type it in the comments. If it's an insult, because people came back and said things to me where, that definitely deserves, my, what I want to say back to them, but I didn't. And now when I look back at it, and also listening to Stoic Principles, I'm glad I didn't respond back. I mean, either karma will get you, or you'll just find out sooner or later that I was right. And even if I wasn't right, you're still doing the wrong thing. I'm not going to say what it was. I'm not going to get into it because you just get the hell away from me, I mean, you're going to tell me this. I actually unsubscribed from the guy's YouTube channel, and he was giving some good advice. But then he said a couple of things that I totally disagreed with that were really stupid. And whatever, I mean, I'm not putting the guy down. You have some, you're a knowledgeable, well-spoken, I'm not gonna say who it is, but as soon as you said that, he didn't cross a line or anything. He just said something that I disagree with. But this is definitely getting long. Oh, we're getting up to 20 minutes. That's all right. And Energy Express. I should have went in there and got because I'm on my way to the gym, and now I'm an old fuck. I should. I remember that one guy. I haven't seen his channel in a while. Has anybody seen that guy that workout, but he makes fun of the workouts, and it's like a comedy routine? I forgot his name. Mike something, but his name, Dom Mazzetti. But what's his channel name? I can't remember. I can't remember what it was. Him and that guy Bradley Martin would do some joking gym stuff. But I can't remember the guy's name. I mean, his YouTube channel, what it was called. Bro Science. Or Bro Lift. Something like that. Bro Science, Bro Lift. But it was like funny, gym, weird, comedy stuff. He's still out there. I think it's Bro Science, I think. It's been a long time since I watched that stuff. But I watch a lot of other issue stuff. I don't know if you've heard of Mike O'Hearn. Anybody out there? Jay Cutler. I like to get a lot of tips from O'Hearn and Cutler. You know, I still haven't found any penis extension. Are we live? Is this on? Hello, testing. All right, I'll talk to you later. Subscribe, all the other fun YouTube algorithm weird stuff. Goodbye.